377. We homeless ones. Among the Europeans of today there are not lacking those who may call themselves homeless ones in a way which is at once a distinction and an honour. It is by them that my secret wisdom and gaia scienza is expressly to be laid to heart, for their lot is hard, their hope uncertain. It is a clever feat to devise consolation for them. But what good does it do? We children of the future, how could we be at home in the present? We are unfavourable to all ideals which could make us feel at home in this frail, broken-down transition period, and as regards the realities thereof, we do not believe in their endurance. The ice which still carries us has become very thin. The thawing wind blows. We ourselves, the homeless ones, are an influence that breaks the ice, and the other all too thin realities. We preserve nothing. Nor would we return to any past age. We are not at all liberal. We do not labour for progress. We do not need first to stop our ears to the song of the marketplace and the sirens of the future, their song of equal rights, free society, no longer either lords or slaves, does not allure us. We do not by any means think it desirable that the kingdom of righteousness and peace should be established on earth, because under any circumstances it would be the kingdom of the profoundest mediocrity and Chinaism. We rejoice in all men who, like ourselves, love danger, war, and adventure, who do not make compromises, nor let themselves be captured, conciliated, and stunned. We count ourselves among the conquerors. We ponder over the need of a new order of things, even of a new slavery, for every strengthening and elevation of the type man also involves a new form of slavery. Is it not obvious that with all this we must feel ill at ease in an age which claims the honour of being the most humane, gentle, and just that the sun has ever seen? What a pity that at the mere mention of these fine words the thoughts at the back of our minds are all the more unpleasant, that we see therein only the expression or the masquerade of profound weakening, exhaustion, age, and declining power. What can it matter to us with what kind of tinsel an invalid decks out his weakness? We may parade it at his virtue. There is no doubt whatever that weakness makes people gentle. Alas, so gentle, so just, so inoffensive, so humane. The religion of pity, to which people would like to persuade us. Yes, we know sufficiently well the hysterical little men and women who need this religion at present as a cloak and adornment. We are no humanitarians. We should not dare to speak of our love of mankind, for that a person of our stamp is not enough of an actor, or not sufficiently Saint-Simonist, not sufficiently French. A person must have been affected with a Gallic excess of erotic susceptibility and amorous impatience even to approach mankind honourably with his lewdness. Mankind! Was there ever a more hideous old woman among all old women? Unless perhaps it were the truth, a question for philosophers. No, we do not love mankind. On the other hand, however, we are not nearly German enough, in the sense in which the word German is current at present, to advocate nationalism and race hatred, or take delight in the national heart-itch and blood-poisoning on account of which the nations of Europe are at present bounded off and secluded from one another as if by quarantines. We are too unprejudiced for that, too perverse, too fastidious, also too well-informed and too much travelled. We prefer much rather to live on mountains, apart and out of season, in past or coming centuries, in order merely to spare ourselves the silent rage to which we know we should be condemned as witnesses of a system of politics which makes the German nation barren by making it vain, and which is a petty system besides. Will it not be necessary for the system to plant itself between two mortal hatreds, lest its own creation should immediately collapse? Will it not be obliged to desire the perpetuation of the petty state system of Europe? We homeless ones are too diverse and mixed in race and descent as modern men, and are consequently little tempted to participate in the falsified racial self-admiration and lewdness which at present display themselves in Germany as signs of German sentiment, and which strike one as doubly false and unbecoming in the people with the historical sense. We are, in a word, and it shall be our word of honour, good Europeans, the heirs of Europe, the rich, over-wealthy heirs, also the too deeply pledged heirs of millenniums of European thought. As such, we have also outgrown Christianity and are disinclined to it. And just because we have grown out of it, because our forefathers were Christians, uncompromising in their Christian integrity, who willingly sacrificed possessions and positions, blood and country for the sake of their belief, we do the same. For what then? For our unbelief? For all sorts of unbelief? Nay, you know better than that, my friends. The hidden yea in you is stronger than all the nays and perhapses, of which you and your age are sick. And when you are obliged to put out to sea, you emigrants, it is once more a faith which urges you thereto.